Welcome all who are watching this live or watching the replay on YouTube. Appreciate you stopping by and Happy New Year. So, we are going to be playing a little bit of Crypts of Obscurum today, and I'm just showing the splash screen for now, but let me get to the table. Flip on over. So, Crypts of Obscurum is a solo RPG that I discovered about a year ago. I did the first live play session, so if you want to see the journey in its entirety and what I've done so far, please go back and I'll drop a link to a card to show the first session. And this is also my attempt to see how I can live stream into YouTube as well. Typically I live stream on Moonbeam and Twitch, but today I'm doing Moonbeam and YouTube directly. So hopefully this works okay. So I would encourage you, last thing I'll say, and then we'll get started into the session. I would encourage you, if you like what you see, to take a look at the Kickstarter that Daniel, the creator of Crypts of Obscurum, is in the middle of right now. It's called Depths of Obscurum, and it's a direct sequel to this game. So again, I did back it. I'm not getting anything out of this. I don't know Daniel personally. I've traded emails with him to let him know what I'm doing, how I've implemented this into playingcards.io, but that's the extent of it. So let us get started. So where we last left, my character, and I'll pull up the character sheet, Samson, he's a fighter type. He's a Templar Zealot. So he's pretty strong and does pretty good damage. I currently have 2645 hit points, so we'll see how I do. I don't have anything to heal me directly, so we'll see how this goes. And I've completed currently, if you look at the top here, I've completed 2, 4, 6, 7 rooms, 2 more rooms, and I'll fight the first level boss. So assuming I can make it that far, I'll probably go that far, and then I will call it a session if it goes okay. So let's start. So I'm going to flip over the next card here in playingcards.io, which is 2 of diamonds. So that is the next room that I'll be going into. So let us scroll down to the 2 of diamonds. Here is on page 35. Let's jump to that rather than continuing to scroll down. 35, so that's actually at page 36. There we go. A welcome sight, place of bountiful necessity. An abandoned camp sits here alone, its inhabitants seem to have fled in panic. As you peruse the room, you see many useful items that you can take on your journey. That's cool. Choose one. Comb through the items that are better in your hands. Set the cache ablaze. It belongs to no one now. These items are not needed. Well, I'm definitely not proud. I'm going to go ahead and comb through the items. So I need to make an insight test, which is unfortunate because my insight, and I'll pull up my character sheet, the way this works in this game is you assign dice to 4 attributes. So obviously the higher the die, the easier it will be to complete your tests. Unfortunately, insight is my lowest. I have a D4. So what we first need to do is figure out what is the level of the test. So I need to roll a D10, and if it's above a 4, then there's no way I can pass it. So let's roll the D10 first, and I'm going to roll like a reddish die for his rolls. So that's a 10. That's the worst possible outcome. So there's no way for me to succeed here. So I will have to go to the failure section, which is scenario A. You thank the previous owners, knowing your journey shall be made easier with more supplies. You and your allies each roll twice on the provisions table and then complete this room. So let's go back up here and find the provisions table page. And if I can find it quickly, search for it, provisions table. Oh, there we go. I think actually, let's go back up. There we go. All right, so I get to roll twice on the provisions table. So I'm going to roll a D12 twice, and we'll do like our white die. This is using 3D dice, which I love. So I got a 9, a 6 and a 3. It is not showing the results, but it should. Yeah, it showed the total, but you know what? I'm going to fix that for a second. I want to expand the roll results, and next time I'll show the individual results. But I did get, what did I roll now? I feel like I rolled a 9 and a 3. We'll go with that. That's what I remember. So it's a greater healing flask, which is great. I'm going to type over here, greater healing flask. And what does that do? Spend this item to heal one character by 1d8. But what about a greater healing flask? 1d12. So I'm going to put in parentheses here 1d12. That's my healing. And then what else did I get? Like I said, a 3 rations. Spend this item to heal one character by 1d8 and restore 2 sanity. Wow. So rations are better than a healing flask. That's interesting. That's really interesting. So I'll put down rations and I'll put down 1d8 HP plus 2 sanity. All right, that's actually really good. So we will get rid of that. We'll scroll back up to the top of the rooms so that we're ready for these rooms. And in the meantime, let's see, I have 26 out of 45. You know what? I think I'm going to go ahead and use my ration. So I get 1d8 hit points back. So let's roll for that. I got 4 hit points back and 2 sanity. So I'm going to clean this up in the future so it looks nicer for the notes section down here. So I got a 4. So this will go up to 30. And I get 2 sanity back. So I've got 13 sanity. So not bad. And the cool thing is if I get less than half of my HP, which would be if I get a 22 or less in hit points that or health points, then I get plus 2 damage with my weapons. So I don't think I'm going to use this greater healing flask yet. I'm going to save that for when I feel like I really need it. All right, so let's go back to our table here. It did say complete the room, so now I'm going to go to the last room in this level of the dungeon. So I've got an 8 of clubs. So 8 of clubs is on page 61. Go to page 62. The Chained. Cast off your shackles, demon. Face me at full strength so I may rightly avenge my brethren. Arguel the Demon Bane's last words. Interesting. This room is illuminated with a faint red glow. As you enter, you are greeted with the presence of a towering demon bound in chains. He turns his horned head to face you, a smile creeping at the edge of his mouth. This isn't good. Welcome, O brave one, he says in an infernal voice. Release these binds, and I shall reward thine bravery and favor. Boy, thinking of my character, a Templar Zealot, I feel like I'm a little more of a holy warrior type here. I don't see why I would do that. So I'm not going to read ahead to find out. So I'm not going to cast off his chains. Attempt to deceive him, have him offer his reward first. Strike at the demon, take advantage. I think I would want to kill a demon. Like, I'm afraid of trying to deceive him because my insight is horrible. Let's see. Yeah, I don't think I want to let him go. I don't want to strike a deal with the demon, deal with the devil, so to speak. So let's go to scenario B. You attack the bound creature. His black blood spills, seeping into the cracks in the stone floor. He hisses at you, stabbing you with soulless eyes. You wretch, I will end thy quest surely with his black blood, he growls, muttering an incantation. Make an insight test. So it's a D8. God, I hate insight. So I'm going to roll the D8 first. 5, I can't pass it. And I don't think I want to... Let's see. I'm going to look at my character sheet for a second. Because I have a fallen crown, resist holy, spend 1 sanity to roll a die, 1 resolve, 5 weakness to flame. I can spend 1 sanity to re-roll a die. You know what? I'm going to try one time. I'm going to take my sanity down to 12, and this is an object I got and allows me to do that. So I'm going to re-roll that test once and hope I get a 1 to 4. And a 2. So now my insight is a D4. Come on. 3. Oh man, that's nice. Okay. That was well done and lucky. So on a success, you repel the infernal hex he attempts to bestow on you. On failure, you become cursed. I don't know what that would have done. Either way, complete this room as you leave the bleeding demon to die. Nice. That's good. Thankfully, I don't know what would have happened if I didn't do that. So let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I should be down to 9, and then now I'm on the boss room. Okay, so we're going to flip over the boss room here, which is the Ace of Clubs. All of your rooms, and you face 9 rooms, and then you face a boss, which is an ace. And then once you get all 4 levels, you'll do a final boss that you'll face, the final monster, or whatever, the big bad boss. So, okay, Ace of Clubs. Let's go back to this. Go back up to the top for the Ace of Clubs. Oh, no, there it is. So that's page 98. Boss A, the horror in the dark, the guardian of the first feel. The door swings shut, chilled to your core. The grim blackness of this vast room spends endless fears in the cogwork of your mind. I like the way he sets the images in the room and the stage. I think it's awesome. Fleeting shadow, a foul smell. You whip around, hoping for a sane explanation. Instead, an elk skull hovers above you, connected by a gruesomely segmented rib cage protruding from a bear's corpse. Before you lies the first guardian, the dread column. All right, so I did create, and I just thought it might be useful. I created a separate table or room in playingcards.io for the monster. So we're going to call this the dread column. Let's move over here. And just for grins, I'm going to select, say, the dread column. All right. And this has a hit points of 30 and a CV of 1d12. So we're going to make this CV at 12 and this at 30. And right now I have just had it 30 health points. And I could do another tracker for sanity, but I think I'll just do this for now. Yeah, and I have 12 sanity, so if I need to make a sanity check, I have no status or ailments, I don't believe. And let's just go back to him and see what else he says. If this creature would ever receive 8 or more damage from a single source, add an undead to the battle. Oh my god. From a single source, so I assume that means like one time? Yeah, from a single source. So like if my weapon does 8 damages, I don't think that's once it takes 8. Yeah, from a single source. I think that's important. So, all right, so let's start. So I get to go first. So looking back at my character sheet, I'm going to be rolling my glaive. So +1 resolve. I still have to remember I have that healing flask. I don't know if that takes an action, but let's go one step at a time. We're going to roll his D12. And that will tell us what target I have to beat. So it's an 8, not great, but it's an 8. And then what we're going to do, let's see, I'm going to get rid of this because I kind of know what this is. So that's an 8. So I need to get, with my D12, I need to get an 8. So I'm going to roll, you know what? I'm going to go ahead and invoke because I'm facing the boss, I'm going to invoke my Blind Rage. So I will lose 2 sanity, which I'll do now. That puts me down to 10. I don't think I want to go much below that, but I get 2 attacks and 2 attack actions. So my first action here against his 8 is 3. I rolled a 1. So I failed. So let's roll again because I get my second attack action. And the way I've been playing it, I'm rolling another d12 for him for the second attack. So an 8 again. And I will roll my d12. And I'm doing +2 because I have +2 guts. 5, 6, 7. Oh my God, I'm not hitting him. Oh, that's not good. That's not good. I wasted 2 attacks and didn't hit him. All right, so let's roll his d12 to see what he does. And it is a 4. Stabbing Bones attacks you for 1d8 physical damage. So I take 3 physical damage. This might be the end of Samson. 3 physical damage. I'm down to 27. So nothing, doesn't trigger anything yet. Do I have anything else? I'm going to look at my actions. So I'll scroll down here. Yeah, use items, spend an item in your inventory, or swap one equipment. So I don't want to waste my item on my heal yet, but because I don't mind getting below 23, as that'll add +2 to my damage with my weapons. So let's leave that. But I don't want to outright attack twice right now. So I think I'm just going to attack once. So we'll roll his d12. Jeez, I'm rolling too high for him. That's a 9. And now for me, I need to get a 9 or above. 8, that's a 10. That's great. So I get a d6. So let's roll my d6. That's a 5. That's good. That's a good, solid attack. So let's go back to the dread column and reduce that by 5. And I'm just using the CV as the die. I'm not going to change this each time. I'll use that as the dice. So that's 1d12. All right. So let's go back. And is there anything else this says? Yeah, just... Oh, he's weak to holy and flame damage. That's good to know. Resistant to toxic. I missed that. So I might, in the future, I might add resistance and weaknesses to the combat tracker. I don't think I'll do that right now. Maybe I'll do it at the end of the session to show you how to make changes in here if we want. So yeah, I'll do that maybe in the future. So, but again, I'm going to say if this creature would ever receive 8 or more damage from a single source, I'm going to assume that's one time. I know I keep saying that. I'm questioning myself, but I don't think it's just I have to track, like 3 rounds. And if it's 3 physical damage, that totals up to 8. I honestly think it's like if you hit him one time. And so that's how I'm going to play it. All right. So now we are going to go back to the dread column, and he's going to roll a d12. And he rolls a 6. Yep. So a 6 is a lacerate. Attack you and your allies for 2 physical damage each. So the good news is it's only me. I don't have any allies, but I am going to bring me down to 28. So you know what I'm going to do, though? I do want to make a note. I'm going to make a little text here just to show you that I'm going to say... description here, 22 or less triggers. And what's it called again? It is called, oh, it's in my character sheet. 22 or less triggers Crimson Vision. Triggers Crimson Vision. I'm going to put that in bold and maybe make that a little bit bigger. How about that? Now, if I go back, yeah, just a little note. So just to remind myself. So we're not there yet, but he did do his damage. So now I'm going to attack. And again, I'm not going to use my double attack and have my sanity keep going down. I want to find out, though, when do you roll? I feel like there's a sanity. I don't think you roll a sanity check whenever, but I do want to find that for a second. So bear with me. Sanity check. Yeah, I think it tells you when to make a sanity check. All right. Of course, now I've lost that, but I think it's at the end, towards the end. So let us go to, don't want to, boss A. Well, that's a cool little eyeball there. So we're still at boss A. So now it's my attack. I'm going to do one attack. Let's roll his d12 first. which is a 10. I was hoping that was a 1. It was so close. But then I'll roll mine +2. Of course, now it's low. So that's it. I need to go back to him, so we'll roll his die. The combat's pretty straightforward, but still it's varied in that, you can see here he's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8 different things he can do, which is cool. And if I do a really big attack against him, then I'll have to add this undead. And I assume you can add multiple undeads if you really start rolling high. And I think that's a good way to not have this battle seem too easy. So, all right, let's see. What did I just do? I did a 4. Was that me? I think so. Now I'm confused. If I don't want to roll the tape back. All right, let's roll a d12 to see what he does. I missed that one. So he's going to attack me for a d8. 1 point, thankfully. So now I'm down to 27. So let us roll his d12. So a 5, I need to beat a 5 or higher. So we'll roll mine d12 +2. Come on. Awesome, 8. So that's a d6 for my glaive, and that's a 2. All right, so he's down to 23. One thing, let me look at my glaive again. Yeah, I get to reroll 1s, which is nice. So I won't, yeah. Anytime I get a 1, I get to reroll that, which is nice. Excuse me. All right, what is he going to do? Roll a d12. Uh-oh. 12, Morbid Outburst. You and your allies are dealt each 1d8 damage. So I guess as a solo player, that's not as bad because it's basically the same as if I got a 1 to 4, but still 1d8. Might have to heal in a bit. We'll see. 2. Not bad. Not bad. So we will go back to the table and take it down 2. I think I've been doing this. I hope I have. So we'll just do it here and then we'll update my character sheet later. 25. So now I roll for his. So he got a 7. So I need to beat a 7. So I need a 5 or better. 11. Nice. Let's roll a d6. 4. All right. So he does 4. So he's down to 19. God, that's a lot. What's he going to do? What's he going to do? 2. So I know what that is, but I'll show you again anyway. 2 is stabbing bones. So he keeps poking away at me with these bones doing, 7 points of damage. So I am down now to 18. So that does trigger my Crimson Vision, which means I get +2. So I get +2 to my damage with my weapon. So now I think is a good time to go outright, and I am going to lose 2 more sanity, which isn't great. So let me move this down to 8. And I think that risk here is obviously if I go down to 0, I think I go insane and the game's over. But also if you roll on your sanity table and for some reason you trigger a roll, you roll 1d20 plus your current sanity, and you want to make sure that you're at 15 or higher. So this is starting to get a little scary how low that is. So, all right, so let us roll first on the first attack. I'm gonna beat a 10, so I need to beat an 8. So, nope. I mean, that is an 8, that's a 6 + 2. So let's roll again, and you rolled a 1, yes. So I don't think it matters if I get a crit, but let's just roll here. So I do hit, and I get a 6 + 2. Because I hit and I've got my Crimson Vision active right now. You can't see me right now, but I'm exasperated. You can't see my face, but at least I did 3 points of damage. But boy, I was hoping that would be a big one. I guess it's good. Like if I hit 8 or more, I don't want to face another undead. But there you go. So now let's go back to him. Come on, don't want to die here. 9 is an inscribed doom. You are marked with a timer for 3 rounds. When the timer ends at the start of your turn, you are dealt 5 shadow damage. Okay, so let's do this. I created some timers up here, some counters. So I'm going to put this underneath my player character, and I'll label that shadow damage 5. And we'll just leave that counter there. And I'm going to put this as a counter of 3. And let's just leave that there, because I think what it said at the start, so after 3 rounds. So we're going to start it from now. He just finished. So then we'll go my turn. This next one will be the first round. So, all right. Do I want to... I got to kill this thing, and he's still at 16. I think I'm going to try one more time. Yeah, I mean, my sanity is going to go down to 6. I don't love that. Don't love that. I got to be honest. Spend 1. I don't want to do that. Yeah, I think I'm going to go ahead and spend 2 sanity, and I'm going to strike at him twice. So his first roll to protect himself is a 10. So I need to beat that. Oh, I did a crit, but I don't think my glaive does anything special. But I do get d6 plus 2. Oh my god, I got a 4. That's not great, but again, at least I'm not triggering his undead, raise undead. So that's 4. So this goes down to 12. So let's see what his next... I keep calling it a defense roll, but it's a 6. Come on, I could really use this here. I need to beat a 6 total, or equal to or greater than a 6. So thank God I got it. So we'll do a d6 plus 2 again, which is great. So that's an 8. So that takes him down to a 4. However, you'd ever receive 8 or more damage from a single source, add an undead. So unfortunately, I'm going to move into here, click on this monster 2, and say undead. Undead. And let's see what that undead is. Ah, it's not good. Let me get rid of this. You can't hopefully see that, but okay. So it's a hit points 4 and a CB of 1d4. So hit point of 4, CB of 1d4. What I don't know is, so, okay, I just did that. So I guess, yeah, that I think you start at the lowest as far as your turn. I think you start with the lowest creature value. So this undead is going to attack me, and it's, I guess it doesn't matter what it is. It just straight up attacks me for 2 physical damage. Wow. It's weak to holy, but it's, yeah, I don't have anything against physical. So this goes down to 16. Now it's the dread column's turn. And he gets an 11. That's, again, we know that's a 1d8 physical damage. I don't have multiple people in my party, so it's Morbid Outburst 1d8 physical. So let's roll the 1d8 physical. 4. So I'm down to 12. I'm going to need to heal soon, but not quite yet, I don't think. Oh, man. You know what? Because I know, and I don't know if I should know this, but I mean, if I know these things will trigger at the end, I think it's okay for me to keep losing my sanity, even though I think I'd rather, I'm going to go ahead and use my sanity. I don't think that's cheating. It's a little bit of knowledge. You probably get that after every boss battle. I think I would know that. So I'm going to take my sanity down to 4. And I'm going to attack twice. I'm going to start with the undead. Just hopefully, I wonder if that would disappear if you, it doesn't say that. You know how sometimes if the undead is created by the boss, that it just dies at the end, but it doesn't say that. It just says upon defeat of the horrible beast. So I think I'll have to kill them all. So, I'm going to attack twice, and I do think I'll get rid of the undead. Yeah, let's get rid of the undead, which is CB 1d4, hit points of 4. So let's roll his... He rolled a 4, of course he did. I get a 12 plus 2, come on. At least I hit him. And d6 plus 2. 7, so he's dead. So this undead is dead. I think just so I know, I'm going to say monster 2. And so now I'm gonna attack the dread column. What do I have to beat for him? Come on, low 6. Not horrible for me. Not horrible. Oh, 5. God. Oh, all right. So he's going to attack. God, this is pretty epic. He rolls a 6. I don't remember what that is. Lacerate. 2 physical damage. Okay. That's not horrible. I'm down to 10. I've got to take this guy out. And I know my sanity is getting super low, but I'm going to go down to 2 sanity. I can't go down to 0. I'm going to go down to 2 sanity and attack him twice. So his D12 is at 2. Yes. So I need, and I can reroll a 1, so I get a 9. I get a 6 plus 2. 5, 7, and the dread column is defeated. That was nice. Whew. All right, let me clean up this table, and I'm going to put monster 1. And I don't think I take the shadow damage because I'm going to say that I do think I should have tracked this, and I would have been down to, I think, 2. But if it's dead, would I still take that? I'm gonna say it's basically it's a doom, but it was tied to him. So I'm not sure the rules as written, but I'm gonna say that since he's dead by the time this round tracker's over, that doesn't apply. So let's clean up this portion of the table, and I'll move the tracker back, and we'll set this back up here so we have it for the future, and set it to 0. I feel like there's something else. Oh, I said there might be some. Yeah, I might add some things to these monsters that you can track. Yeah, maybe maybe I'll add as notes in the future. Maybe I'll just do it for the boss, but add these. Yeah, I'll have to think about it. So, all right, let's go back. Enough here. What do I get? Upon defeat of this beast, you and your allies are given the following choice. Sanity is fully restored. I've got to do that. I mean, I'd love to increase my maximum HP or increase an attribute, but I really had to go deep with my sanity, and I don't think I want to have such low sanity. So I'm going to move this to 15, and I don't think you ever level up, but I do think that I could take a healing flask outside of combat. It doesn't really say you can't. So I do think, let's go back and go back to the table. So I was down to 10 HP, so let's make sure we don't forget to put this down to 10 HP. So, I think I'm going to roll a D12. So let's just roll my D12. 6, not bad. So I'll get rid of the greater healing flask. And I'm up to 16 hit points, which isn't great. And the glowing sigil of the damned, now in your possession, you continue onward. So I think that's what these are. I'm going to track this, and I'm going to make a note here. Because I think Mornoth is the final boss. Mornoth's max HP reduced by 20. I don't know what that does. Well, I know what it does, but I guess I'll have to look at that later and see what that is. Oh, hey, Demink. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. But it is a fun little system. And like I said, I don't know if you heard me to start, but he does have a Kickstarter sequel to this going on right now. And yeah, it's $10. I don't know if it's going to fund because candidly, there's just wasn't a lot of marketing around it. But anyway, appreciate you stopping by and taking a look. All right, I'm going to play probably a couple more rooms. It's the first boss. Let's see if my automation works here in playingcards.io. So what I'm going to do is all of these cards will go into the discard pile. So if I click on level 2 start, let's see, pick face down cards. So I don't, face down cards will go back into the original deck. So all of these are now face up. So I'm just going to click start. And yeah, they all went to the discard pile. That's how it should be. These are all face down. Looks like it worked. So let's do another room or two and see if I can heal myself up, and we'll go from there. 2 of Hearts. So let us go back to the top and find the 2 of Hearts. 2 of Hearts is page 34, so it'll be 35. 35. Moment of peace. A place of little known beauty. A small river flows from a stone-like opening in the corner of the room. The tranquil waters wheel and bend along the rock, exemplifying the calmness present here. You see a small shrine constructed of smooth stones. Choose one. Oh, I definitely want to. I don't want to destroy the shrine. My gosh. Let's stay in rest, calm my mind. Go to scenario A. You sit and contemplate your journey, the rippling water a calming boon to your concentration. You and your allies regain 5 HP and 3 SP. That's great, sanity points. Obviously, my sanity is fully restored, but the 5 hit points is good. So that puts me up to 21. That's nice, and I'm still under my 23, so I still get this Crimson Vision, which is nice. But let's take this back up to the top. And we will look at our table and go to the next room. 3 of Hearts. All right. 3 of Hearts is the Haunting, page 38. This, and we'll go to page 39. The Haunting. Frightful encounters should be expected in the deeper regions of the world, whether they be spiteful geists hell-bent on revenge or mournful spirits who anguish in the melancholy, restless death. In the melancholy of a restless death. Descending deeper still, you feel the hairs on the back of your neck stand on edge. This room is dark, your eyes barely able to make out any features. What you can see, however, is a single coffin, levitating vertically, suspended by an ominous green aura. Oh God, choose one. Approach the coffin, remove the lid. I'm trying not to look at these scenarios. Ignore the coffin, try to sneak around it, make for an exit. I gotta approach the coffin. I mean, come on. I just don't see how I guess I'm kind of sort of disturbing the dead here, but I'm gonna approach the coffin. Go to scenario C. The lid of the stone coffer slams to the ground with a gloomy hiss. A dark mist bursts forth from its maw. A nightmare-given physical form emerges. Commence battle with a specter. If you win, you may loot the coffer and roll on the treasure table. Okay, if you win, I love that. So, all right. Specter is hit points 10, CB 1d8. So let's go here, and we'll call this Specter. And let me read that again. That is hit points 10, and then 1d8. Hit points 10, and 1d8. So one thing I might do, let's just see if I can do this quickly while we're all here. Isn't that? Okay. I'm going to move this up a bit and see if I can just make a little text box of notes. Let's go down to a side text. And I am going to look at what it has. All right, so it's immune to physical damage, resistant to shadow damage. So I want to note that. Immune. Wait, it's immune to physical damage? Oh my God. I can't do anything. I don't have any. Oh, I guess you can cast spells in this game no matter what, even though my insight is 4. Oh, but you know what? Yeah, I don't think Fallen Crown resist holy. My weapons get Sanctify 1, so I need to look at that if that will help me. I need to look at that. I don't know what that means. So, all right, let's just calm down here and go back to my table. We did that. So immune, physical damage, and we're gonna say resist shadow. Just to help me remember. And that should be enough. Yeah, that's good enough. I like that. And that was quick and relatively easy, down to 10 hit points. So let's look at this again. And I'm going to have to look this up because he's immune to physical. Let us look up what sanctify means. Because I didn't see much. I got that from something. Why is that not? Weapons you wield have sanctified. So what does that mean? Sanctified. I hope that means that I can actually... This weapon deals +1 damage to living dead demons and vampires. So what's the shadow? Is it living dead demon or vampire? I don't think so. I don't think so. So I am on room, what is it, 3 of Hearts again? So it's spectral. So that is not one of those. So I can't do damage with it. I'm going to have to... Yeah, I think... Since it's immune to my physical, I think I'm going to have to do a spell. So let's look at... Well, let's first roll at CV, which is an 8. So we'll roll a D8. God, it's an 8. So let me look back at my character sheet. And what can I do? Invoke, make a contested insight roll. How do I know what their insight is? So let's do a cast magic. Spend 1 sanity and choose from a spell. Make an insight roll against the target's CB. Okay. Oh, but I can't. I mean, I can't. Oh my God. I don't know if I can run away. Can you flee? You can attack, assist, focus, hide, invoke, use item, grapple, defend. I don't think I can flee. I think you literally have to beat the room. Yeah, holy damage. I think you're right, but it doesn't look like it affects the specter, which kind of makes sense, but I think I'm literally gonna have to hope that he rolls low and that I try to roll on this I try to cast a spell. So I don't know, because there is a pandemonium effect. I think I do need to pick a spell. What do I want to target him with? So he's resistant to shadow. Maybe I'll do frost, blood lightning, dark fire, 1d12. I'm going to do dark fire. And the only reason I'm doing this is, let me go back to my, because I think I'd have to worry about a misfire. Blind rage, resist holy. Yeah, so I think I'm gonna roll my insight 1d4, because if I get a 1, then okay, thank God. But if I get a 1, I misfire, so I think I have to do that anyway. All right, it's his turn. So he's gonna roll a d8. This is not gonna end well for me, I don't think. I'll have to ask the author if I can flee. I guess I can house rule it, but I'm not gonna do that for now. So I get 3 shadow damage. So let's go back to the table. And hold on, I had 10, but didn't I heal? Yeah, 21 is what I should have. Let's go back. And this should be 21. But he just did 3 shadows, so I'm down to 18. And now, yeah, I've got to roll his CV of 8. And I'm going to try that same spell, I think. So a 3, so I need to get a 3 or a 4. A 4, yes. All right, I assume I should call that in advance, and I did, so I won't. I need to be fair on that in the future. I'm going to look at the other spells. I might try something different later, but I did say dark fire, so let's roll a d12. Come on. It's a 3. Now hold on. I want to look at my character sheet. Just hold on here. So I've got this Pendulous Obscurum that I found early on. Spend 1 sanity to reroll a die. I believe I can reroll any die. So I'm not going to say I can do that unlimited. I'm just going to be able to do it once, I think, per roll. But I'm going to take my sanity down to 14. And given I got a 3 on that, Let's try to re-roll and get better. I think I have to take this. 11. Yes. That's a good roll. 11. So it kills him outright. Oh my God. This burst of flame thrown at this specter. Oh man, I got lucky given how low my inside is. All right, let's take this all down to 0. Clean up this table again. I kind of like this. I think this will work just fine to make a few notes. And yeah, I kind of like having this little combat tracker here. And we'll say monster 1. I can't believe I beat him. I'm still in a little bit of shock on that. All right, let's see if I get anything from him. So I don't get the haunted, right? I don't see where I got the haunted. Good, I didn't do that. So I get to roll on the treasure table. I knew I had read something there, and getting to roll on the treasure table. I'm gonna turn down the music just a bit. So let's find the treasure table. Here we go. And I've done the provisions, but I don't think I've rolled on the treasure yet. There's treasure. So let's roll a d12. 6. Roll on the legendary weapon table. That sounds good. So, legendary weapon table. So where is that? Oh, there we go. Legendary weapon generator. What does this do? When asked to roll in the legendary weapon table, refer to the table below and roll them in order and take note of each result. So I'm going to roll, it looks like, I'm going to roll these 3, and we'll take them in order, but I'm just going to roll 3, d6s, and it should give me each of them. We'll just take them in the order they show in chat. So that's a 4, 3, 4 as I look at it. 4, 3, 4. So 4 is a flame. So scorching, arbalest. Let's go to my character sheet here. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna put a note down here, I guess. I have to clean this up later, but it's a scorching balliste. And 4, 3, 4, I said, right? 1d4 plus 1. Yeah, it's okay. It's not bad, because at least you get that +1. 1d4 plus 1. So I'm going to make a little note here. So this is a flame arbalest. Flame arbalest. And the damage is, oh no, it uses S, which is skill. I wonder if I can do it up here as a secondary weapon. It's an arbalest. So it's range. So I think I can do it up here. We'll say that's an arbalest S, which is right. The damage is, it's 1D. I'm going to have to add to this. The 1d4 plus 1 is, as we know. I'll put in a 1d4. In fact, what I might do, because I want to make sure that I'm, yeah, I want to go ahead and make these changes. So I apologize. It's a little bit of a pain. So we'll do that. We'll add that. Clear that out. We will go back to home. And now I should be able to, okay, 1d4 plus 1. And then I'll save this. And then I'll give this to the author so that he wants to use it, he can. So, all right, 1d4 plus 1. And the other thing here, the damage type is damage type flame. That's good to know. That's great, because I really want to make sure. Actually, I think I forgot to put this down here. Yeah, my progress on here. So I think that's all I need to do. Arbalest, flame arbalest. Awesome. I'm going to make that now my primary weapon. I mean, I think I'm going to start with that arbalest, but it's ranged, which is interesting. So unfortunately, I have to use my D6. Boy, maybe what I'll do is I'll keep my glaive, and then I'll use my glaive, and if I'm up against a creature like a specter, then I can switch to the flame, because I do like my guts being a d12 plus 2. Oh yeah, exactly, the Pendulous Obscurum. Thanks, Oh High Games. So Demi, I see that on YouTube, we've got the creator is actually watching the live stream. So I hope I haven't screwed up too bad. Don't forget to roll abilities on the next page. Oh yes, you're right. I haven't gotten there yet, but you're right. I got excited. So now I get to roll twice on the abilities table and apply the ability to your new weapon. If duplicate abilities are rolled, simply re-roll. So I'm going to roll 2 d20s, and we'll take them one at a time. So that is a 15 and a 17. So it's reliable, and that's what my glaive is, which is nice. So I'm going to put here reliable, and I'm going to have to make these a little bit more, be able to take more text, I think. So reliable, 15 and 17. 17 is sanctified 2. That's nice. Sanctified 2. So that will really come in handy if I face some of those other creatures, like I think it was the living dead. It didn't affect the specter. I don't know if you were here, hi games, Daniel, when I beat the specter. That was so lucky, but I got super lucky defeating the specter. So all right, so I'm going to keep the glaive for now. I'm not going to switch to my arbalest unless I need it, because I feel like my skill is just too low. So let's go back to the table, and I'll do a few more rooms now that Daniel is here. Daniel, I did create a combat tracker because I thought it might be fun to have and actually track the combat on a page like this. So let me make sure I went down to 18 hit points. So let's make sure I don't forget and put this to 18. And then we'll go back to, we'll go back and we'll do another room or two now that Daniel's here. That was crazy. Yeah, that was crazy for me. Oh, another 3 clubs. Let's go back to my PDF here, and we'll find a 3 of clubs. That room is the Roots Below, page 38. The Roots Below. The dank crypts of Mornoth's dungeon hold many dead things, none of which are obligated to stay dead. You descend deeper, finding yourself in a room choked with roots and decaying flora. In the center of the room lies a wooden object, strangled with roots that appear to have been dead for centuries. Choose one. Oh, man. And I didn't know if I could flee, Daniel. I didn't think I could. So I did not flee. I figured I had to stay there and fight. So, all right. Do I want to investigate the wooden object, burn the roots? I do have an arbalest that's flamed. I know it says only if you possess a torch. I might house rule that I could do that and shoot the roots. But you know what? I think I'm going to investigate the wooden object. Yeah, listen. But God, my insight stinks. Oh. All right, let's do it. It's only an insight test, 1d6. So we'll do an insight test first. We'll roll a d6. 5. So that means that there's no way I can succeed on an insight test. Now, I could use my Pendulous Obscurum. I'm going to do it once. It might not be a great use, but I'm going to do it once. I'm going to move my sanity to 13. I'm going to re-roll that d6, and I still got a 5. So you know what? I'm going to stop there, and I fail. So on a failure, go to scenario E. You don't notice anything interesting about the strange object your wits fail you. I don't want to look at anything else because I want to have good replay values. So I'm going to go to, scenario B. So I do stay here. If you take a step, you hear a click under your foot. Oh no. The button is pressed and roots begin to unfurl. Surrounding on all sides, 3 root skeletons assemble before you, drawing their rusting blades. Commence battle with them. If you win, you may open the now freed ancient chest. Oh, that's cool. So 3 root skeletons. So let's get this set up. I'm having a blast, by the way, Daniel. Really enjoying this. So I'm going to get this set up quickly because I think it's kind of fun to do it here. Skeleton 1. We're going to say root skeleton 2 and root skeleton 3. All right. And then we should be able to, let's go back and see what, so they have hit points 10, CB 1d6. So hit points 10, CB, and just making this as a d6. So that's 10 and 6. And that's 10 and 6. And let's see if there's anything else unique about them. Weak to flame damage. Oh, they're speaking my language. So that is nice. So let's go back. Sorry, got confused here. So we're going to go here, and I'm going to make a text note. And let's just say weak flame. And I'm not going to bother with doing that everywhere because I know these are all skeletons, but I'll remember that. So let's battle. And I get to start because I don't have any conditions at the moment. However, let's look at our combat actions. Because I said that I'm starting with my glaive, yes, you're correct. No fleeing allowed. I wanted to be a bit on the, yeah, I totally makes sense. Awesome. That's great. I'm glad I'm doing that right. But now, given I said I was going to use the glaive, I'm going to take my action to swap to the arbalest because the skeletons are weak to flame, but that's my action. So I don't get to do anything more here. So now the skeletons will each get to act in turn. So we'll start with just skeleton number 1, and they are going to roll a d6. Oh, get rid of that. They roll a 2. So rusted weapon attacks you with 3 physical damage. So let's go back. And 3 physical damage. So 1, 2, 3. So we're down to 15. I still get that crimson vision, which is good. But so that's root skeleton 1. We're going to go to root skeleton 2. So let's see what he does. 4. Yeah, it looks like most of this. Yeah, I don't want to become grappled. I'd probably rather take these. But this is going to really, this is going to really be painful. 6, same thing, 3 more. Down to 9. Do I have anything left? Don't think I have. Yeah, boy, I got to take these things out. But I did swap to my arbalest. So let's go back, and their CV is 6. I'm going to attack the first one. So their CV is 6. Oh, I'd forgotten. Or I'd forgotten that my skill is only a d6, but I do get a +1. So I need to beat a 4, and I get a d6 +1. Come on, 3 or more. Yes, 5. So now my arbalest does flame damage, and it's a 1d4 +1. It's a 1d4 +1. And I believe you just double on weakness. I believe you double the die because it's half. Yeah, I'm positive it's double. So let's do this. We'll run a 1d4 and we'll double it. That's a 5. So 5 times 2 is 10. Took it out. 1 shot of the arbalest, and root skeleton 1 is no more. So we'll get rid of this guy. So unfortunately, they both get a turn again. And boy, I could easily be done here. So, all right, let's roll a d6. That's a 3. It doesn't matter unless I get a 1. So this is going to go down to 6. I think it's 3 physical damage. This is going to be close. Let's see. Yeah, 3 physical damage. So let's roll a d6 again. 4. So I'm down to 3. 1 more hit, and I'm dead. Oh, God. Here's what I'm going to do. They're also living dead. Oh, so Sanctify adds to that. Oh, okay, good to know. I think what I'm going to do. Oh, and I should have been able to add my Crimson Vision so that I really killed him. So what I'm going to do now, because I've only got 3 hit points left, I'm going to use 2 sanity. I probably should have done this before. And I am going to go into a blind rage and do 2 attack actions because I have to kill these or I'm dead the next round. So let's do that. And I'm going to roll for the first root skeleton a d6. Yep. A 1. Thank God. So I'll use my arbalest, which is a 1d4 +1. But I do get for my, I believe that's considered a weapon, so I should get 2 for being below the being below 22 for my Crimson Vision. So I get 1d4 plus 3. And then to your point, because of the Living Dead, make sure I get all these. Where did I see that? Was that one of the effects? Reliable, Sanctified 2. So I get 2 more. Or no, is it a minimum of 2 or 2 more? Sanctified 2. Does that mean I get... I'm going to look that up again. Sanctified deals plus, yeah, it's plus damage. So that is awesome. So that means I get, I think, a total of plus 5, 1d4 plus 5. And then it does double. 9. Tell me if I did that wrong. Oh, okay, not the roll. Okay, so I should take 2 off of that. So that's a 7 times 2 is 14 plus 2. He's dead. So the one shot, I did kill him, I believe, if I did that right. So I did kill him with the one shot. But okay, thank you. It's good to know. So I've got 1 left and I've got 1 shot to kill him. So I'm going to roll the d6 for him as well. And I think that's how you're supposed to do it. Oh my God, he rolled a 1. So, all right, I'll roll my, I should be rolling my d6 plus 1. And I think, okay, that's fine. So I hit him. I'm good. So now I'm going to roll my d4. And again, it's plus 1. Then I get my, so are you saying, am I doing this wrong? Let's see. Plus 2 damage with weapons. So maybe I don't double that. Maybe I don't double the plus 2. Maybe I just do the 1d4 plus 1 and then add 2 for my Crimson Vision, 2 for Sanctified. Maybe that's what I'm, so I'll do this. Oh my God, I rolled a 1. So that's 2 times 2 is 4, plus 2 is 6, plus 2 is 8. So he goes down to 2. Well, hold on. I don't think this is cheating, but I want to make sure that you agree. I'm going to spend a sanity to re-roll my 1 die. I've not done that in a while, and I can do that. Re-roll 1 sanity and roll that 1d4 plus 1, I think. So 1d4 plus 1, come on. Oh no! Oh, well, I think I'm going to say that's the end of my journey because I can't keep re-rolling. And if I do that, if I take the 2 times 2 for double the damage against him, that's 4. And again, I get plus 2 for my Crimson Vision, which is 6, plus 2 for the Arbalist Sanctified. That still only gives me 8. So let's roll because he could, the only way I live, let's go back to this. Sorry, what number am I on? I am on room 3 of clubs. I think I still have a chance at living. And that's going to be 37. So we'll go to 38. All right, so I need a 1 because that would just grapple me. I have to have a 1. So here we go. This is it. If I roll a 1, I'm continue. If I roll anything but a 1, I'm dead, and I'm not going to re-roll this. I don't think that's fair. I rolled a 1. I rolled a 1. So I'm grappled, but I'm not dead. So if you fail a skill test, oh wait, but so the skill test is 1d6 and I have to beat a 1. So in this case, I just need to roll my skill test, which is a 1d6 plus 1. So I roll a 5, so I succeed, and he doesn't hurt me. So I actually do get to attack him again, and he is down to, I didn't show this, but I did all the math, and he was down to 2. So I'm going to go ahead and roll his CV. So it's a 1. CV is 6. And now I'm going to roll mine, which is a 6 plus 1. 2, 3. I barely did it. But now I do my 1d4 plus 1. And that's a 4 plus 1 is 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. He's dead. Oh my God. Oh my God. So I think I killed him and I survived. Can't believe that. I really can't believe that. I'm going to clean up this table. But I think I did that right. And Daniel, tell me if I'm wrong, but that was pretty epic. I got a 1 and he did. That's the only thing I could have gotten for him not to kill me. So let's go back to the room. And so I get to open the chest and roll on the treasure table. That was pretty epic, Dan. As long as I did that right, which I think I did. And either way, it was a blast. I think I did that right. I don't think I cheated. That was pretty amazing. Let's go down to the treasure table. Oh, come on. I should have. There we go. Items and loot table. All right. So roll once on the treasure table here. I think I'm going to call it after this. That was a pretty epic battle, and I'm really hurting. I don't know how much longer I'm going to be able to last anyway. 8. Fallen Crown. I already got one, but look, that is what it is. I did get it, so I think I would just get an extra Fallen Crown. So I guess I'll put 2 on there. I don't want to cheat and re-roll that. So I will just say Fallen Crown, and maybe I'll just put parenthetically 2. Not that it matters, because I know they won't stack, but I'll get another Fallen Crown. So look, I think rather than keep going, I mean, honestly, I'll probably die in the next room. But I think, how long have I been going now? Just over an hour. I think that's always a good for a video. So I'm going to call it there, I think. But again, anybody watching this now or on YouTube or later on, Daniel does have a direct sequel to Crypts of Obscurum that is available on Kickstarter right now. And I'm not affiliated with him in any way. I just found the game. I really enjoy Crypts. I've run through it now, or at least I've been playing a couple sessions, and really fun solo game. So, if you like what you saw, take a look at the Kickstarter and maybe consider backing it, which I did. I definitely put my money where my mouth is. So, hey, Alex, thanks for the note. Yeah, I love Crypts too. Yeah, I think I'll call it for now. And I really appreciate you guys stopping by, and I'll play another session, hopefully in a week or so. So thanks again for stopping by. And Daniel, I really appreciate you coming by and watching, and good luck on the Kickstarter, and hope everyone has a great New Year's Day. Have a great 2025 all.